Welcome back to my Gym and Juice series where I drop all the gems while I'm drinking my juice before I go to the gym. Now, today was put on my heart is consistency. Consistency. So many of us are willing to try a million and one other things except for that one thing that we said that we would stick to. What is going on? Stick to the plan. The plan works. I repeat, stick to the plan. The plan works. Sometimes this thing called time has to kick in. And for me, I need to take my advice right now because I can be so impatient when it comes to my goals and certain things that I said I would hit at a certain time. And when it doesn't work, I can sometimes just abandon ship and it's like, no, Alyssa, stay the course, stay the course. So this is for anybody who's watching right now and you have some sort of goal in mind, whether it's a book you want to write, a YouTube channel you want to start like me, or an entrepreneurial journey. Maybe you're trying to climb up the corporate ladder. Maybe you're trying to get a different job. Maybe you're trying to, have a goal with your family, your children, your friends, whatever it is, whatever the goal is, you have to remember that in order to see results, you have to stick it out. Right? Let's think about the idea of the gym. You feel strength gains before you actually see the muscles popping, right? So us ladies, we want the butt to sit right, the waist to be snatched. But before all of that comes, you're going to start to feel a little tighter. You're going to start to notice like, oh, I can go up some weights. Like I'm getting strong. Even though you look in the mirror, nothing's changed. The scale hasn't moved. But that's the way change works. It happens incrementally. And I feel like there's so many of us, we cheat ourselves out of that process. We cheat ourselves out of getting to the promised land because we're so fixated on instant gratification. If it doesn't happen immediately, if it doesn't blow up right away, then it must not be good. I have to redo my strategy. It's not working. People don't like it. It's not what I thought it would be. But that's not true. A lot of times we're consulting our feelings every time before we do something. And our feelings need to be put on the back burner, right? Like for me, in this whole gym journey, I've been consistent. I haven't missed a week. This is week 13, 14. And I've been active and I haven't missed a week since July. So it's like month 6 or 7 or something like that. And for me, I had to start low, real low. I had to give myself a goal of one activity per week. Like that's where I was at with it. So now I'm up to like 4 times a week and I'm maintaining that. That's become more of my norm. But if I didn't meet myself where I was, number one, and number two, if I didn't become consistent or maintain consistency, I wouldn't see any difference. Right? But it took time. And a lot of us, we start off with a bang. Like for me, I would always start off, all right, I'm going to the gym 5 times a week and I'm going to have this results by then. And next time I go on my trip, I'm going to be on IG with my bathing suit and looking amazing. My hair is going to be down to my tailbone, all type of stuff. And my hair is staying right here. Okay, and these cars aren't really popping quite yet. I'm seeing a little something, but not exactly where I want it. But that's okay because I understand time now. I still struggle with it, but I understand it more than I ever have. So I'm telling you that it's working. Your process is working. Just because you cannot see it does not mean it's not working. Remember, fruit is the last thing that a fruit tree bears. Everything has to come before that. It's complex root system. The bark has to grow. The trunk has to grow. It has to develop. Then the leaves come. Then the grains come. Then the branches come. All the things that happen before the fruit comes, right? So understand, like your change is happening, but you're not giving it enough time to see it through. Like that's so unfair to all the work and all the effort that you've been putting in over the years, over the months, over the weeks. Let it come through. I say whatever it is something new, give it at least 6 months. Give it 6 months. I know it sounds so much, but guess what? 6 months is going to pass anyway. Think about if you would have stuck with some things just for 3 months, right? Think about your threshold for giving up. Where is it? Is that a 2-week market? Is it a 1 month? Is it 2 months, 3 months? But notice that's a pattern with you, right? It's not to beat yourself up. That's not what this channel is about. It's about to look at the data. We are very data centered over here in this channel, in this house. So when we look back at like the data and like, damn, I give up around like the 2-week point or the 2 month, or I get discouraged because of XYZ. All you got to do is temper your expectations, just like myself. I always set up 5 days a week. I'm going to do this, that. Week 2, I'm not doing shit. I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying in the house. But because I gave myself a goal of 1 to 2 times a week for activity, that made me exceed my goals a lot of the time because it was something I could easily meet. I couldn't have an excuse for 1 day out of 7. Come on. right? So like meet yourself there, and it may seem so small, it may seem so insignificant, but what you're doing is building habits. You're building consistency. Consistency beats intensity every single time. If somebody works out twice a week over 10 years versus somebody who goes hard in the gym for, 5 days a week, and they're on and off with that 6 months on, 6 months off, the person of the 2 times a week over 10 years is going to look way different and way better than the person who's all up and down, right? So consistency beats intensity. So don't go so hard, but take it easier, but do it in smaller steps. And I promise you will see results. Give yourself 6 months. Promise yourself, you know what? I'm just going to meet myself where I'm at. I'm going to do baby steps. That's how it happens. Rome is not built in a day. Like, we can't just think of that quote and not sit with that quote. Like, think about it. Rome was not built in a day. You are embarking on arguably the most difficult task you will ever take on in life, because you are attempting to change your life. Like, that's what you're doing. You're in the process of literally changing your life from the ground up. Why do you think that would be easy? Like, why do you think that would just happen in a jiffy? Give it some time. And I bet you're going to start to see slowly but surely, like, oh, things are changing. Like, I don't even think like this anymore. I don't even do this anymore. Or now I'm hitting goals so much easier and more faster than I ever used to. Change, when it's real, you don't even notice it. So I want you to look back and understand, like, you are changing. Things are happening. Give yourself grace. Give yourself time, and it's coming. Let me know down below, what is it that you're working on that you might be frustrated with and that you need to have a little bit more patience with, because we're all on that same journey. I can't wait to hear what you guys are saying. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow.